Sporting News here with Nico Ali Walsh. You're fighting May 20th, home game, Vegas. You've done this before. Is it still new when you fight in your backyard?
It does still feel new, which is great. If it started feeling old, that would suck. It still feels amazing. It feels new. It feels like it's my first time fighting here, which is awesome. I love it, and I can't wait.
Is there any pressure heading into the fight? It's a major fight. Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney for all the titles. You're on the undercard. There's a lot of spotlight. Do you feel pressure at all to perform?
Of course. I feel pressure waking up in the morning. But without pressure, I'd have nothing. Like, if I didn't feel pressure, then I wouldn't care if I lost. I wouldn't train hard. But pressure is a blessing. That just shows that people still love my grandfather. People still care about him. You know, they're moving that love and respect towards me. I'm seeing it now, and I love it. I love pressure.
Combat sports is in the family.
It is.
And would you have thought several years ago, hey, you know what? I'm going to be fighting boxing. There's going to be some MMA here. My brother's going to be doing the same thing. Like, this is shaking out in a way that I don't know if you necessarily predicted. Maybe your mother did. But how did y'all see this playing out?
No one predicted. I've always been into boxing. My brother Biagio got into MMA recently, so he's an amateur in the PFL, the only amateur. And yeah, I mean, it's genetics. We have athletic genetics. There's nothing, you can do about it. You can't make up genetics,
Does your mom see your grandfather in you when has she mentioned that when you fight, or is there distance between you two?
No. My mom cries every single fight. She's just, she misses watching her dad fight, and she sees it in me now. So it's a wholesome story. It's a family thing. People don't understand it's a family thing that I'm doing, and I love doing it.
Now, the last time you fought in Vegas, you had a highlight reel knockout.
Yes.
It was exciting. The family saw it. Everybody was there again. Do you feel like first of all, talk about that feeling doing it at home, and how bad do you want to do it again on May 20th?
The feeling was amazing. That was the greatest night of my life. Because it was my Vegas homecoming, it was amazing. It was a huge blessing. But for this fight, it's going to be different. Every fight is different. I'm like twofold times what I was back then. So this fight's going to be great, and I can't wait.
Now, obviously, Muhammad Ali is your grandfather, and people are going to do those comparisons, and that's a different kind of pressure than just showing up to fight. But do you embrace it now and take it in and understand what you're dealing with, or at some point do you want people to separate you from your grandfather?
That'll happen on its own. I personally separate myself from him because, there's similarities because we're related, but at the end of the day, we're two separate people. We fight completely different, but the separation will happen. I've got a totally different style than him, so people will separate that on their own. I cannot force that.
Now, I've got to get your prediction. Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis are fighting. It's a huge fight. There are no titles on the line, but it's still a major, major fight. What is your prediction? How do you see this fight playing out between these two?
I think Tank has a slight edge, but with that fight, whoever lands first will win. It's a tough one. It's a 50-50 fight. I will be tuning in.
You say the first one that lands win. Do you think there's going to be multiple knockdowns? Do you think this might be just a one-hitter quitter from one side or the other?
I really don't see there being multiple knockdowns. They both have power enough where it will be a one-hitter quitter no matter who lands. That's why people want to watch it, because it's one of those fights.
Do you think either of them possess a big enough challenge to Devin Haney to unseat him if he's still undisputed lightweight champion?
Not yet. No, Devin's at a different level. No, not yet.